Apologize for, blowing my first and only line. With that being said, we're going to have Pledge of Allegiance today, and I'll have the principal introduce our special guest.
You know me? So this is Milo Harrier, and he is a 5th grader at Sugar Grove Elementary. And when I had to choose a spotlight student, I couldn't think of anyone better than Milo.
And I love Italian brain rot.
Okay, are you ready for the pledge?
Sure.
Can you tell everybody to stand, please?
I'm kind of nervous.
Yeah, remember, I got your hand. All right, say.
I love you.
I love you too. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, let's
The
go.
pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, and indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good job.
Good job, Milo.
Great job.
Yeah, I'm sorry I was lacking.
Can we do this now?
Milo, Mrs. Counts has something for you.
Isn't that a red letter?
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, next, we've circulated the agenda, and everyone's had an opportunity to look at the agenda. Do I have any questions or a motion?
Mr. President, I move to adopt the agenda as presented.
Thank you, Mrs. Counts. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mrs. Dunnigan-Smith. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. The agenda is adopted. Now I'll turn it over again to Mrs. Allison Mills for the spotlight on Sugar Grove Elementary.
Okay, Milo, can I have you come back up with me so I can brag on you for a minute?
Why?
Well, because you're amazing.
Nice.
Yeah, come here. All right, so tonight we are proud to recognize Milo Harrier, a 5th grader at Sugar Grove Elementary, as our student spotlight bulldog for this school year. Milo is kind, caring, and has a heart of gold. He genuinely wants everyone around him to be happy. His manners are top-notch, and he consistently shows kindness and respect to everyone that he meets. Milo is also an incredibly hard worker and a very bright student. He approaches each day with a positive attitude, a smile that lights up an entire classroom. If your day isn't going the best, Milo is exactly the person you want to go to find, because he is truly one that will make you smile. Milo, thank you for making Sugar Grove a great place to learn and grow. You embody what it means to be a bulldog, and we are so proud to celebrate you tonight.
I also have one thing to say. I love everyone.
You love everyone. That is perfect, Milo. And that captures Milo's spirit in perfection. So, good job, Milo. Next, I'll have Susan Wilson come on up. All right. Susan is a 3rd grade teacher at Sugar Grove with us. We want to honor her for her exceptional dedication and leadership at Sugar Grove. She's kind, she's genuine with her students and her colleagues. She creates a classroom where every student feels valued and supported. She brings that same positivity and encouragement to her teammates. She's always lifting others up and modeling what it means to lead with heart. This year, Susan has led the way with curriculum mapping, partnering closely with our instructional coach, and to ensure that her team is fully prepared to serve students in the best way possible. I appreciate your thoughtful leadership and your genuine spirit, which adds to our Bulldog family. So, thank you.
That's very sweet.
And our support staff member is Miss Kelly Cherry. If you know Kelly, you know she hates attention. So the fact I got her here tonight is a slight miracle. So tonight we're honored to recognize Kelly Cherry for for her incredible impact that she makes every single day at Sugar Grove. Kelly is the definition of kindness and calm. It's evident in her daily interactions with students, families, and staff. She consistently goes above and beyond to help in any capacity needed, and her hard work in our office runs smoothly because of Kelly. She doesn't mind lightening the load for anyone and everyone that she can possibly do it for. She also brings a wonderful sense of humor to work. We laugh a lot, and that's in the hustle and bustle of the day, a great reminder of the joy and laughter is essential in your work life. Her smile and laughter are contagious and both make Sugar Grove a brighter place for students and staff alike. Kelly, you're truly a part of our Bulldog family and very grateful to have you. So I think if all of us come back up, we'll get a quick picture together.
Amy, you're usually in it.
Where are we at? I guess I'm ducky.
Next, I'll turn her over for Dr. Long for a special presentation.
Thanks. I'll do that from here if you don't mind. Tonight, we're recognizing Sergeant David Beasley. Sergeant Beasley recently received the NASRO National Practitioner certification, and that program was established as a way for NASRO and other police agencies and school districts to recognize officers that have excelled in the area of school policing. The program seeks to distinguish those officers who are committed to serving our nation's youth, along with the communities and the schools they serve. To obtain the status of the National SRO Practitioner, David had to complete a minimum of 3 years as an SRO. He had to be currently employed by the school corporation as a school resource officer. He completed a NASRO-approved 40-hour basic training course, and then he also completed the NASRO-approved advanced SRO course, but he also did the supervisors and management training course. In addition to an extra 160 hours of specialized police in-service training related to school safety. And he also had to attend at least one NASRO school safety conference. And David's done all of that. And in his spare time, he's also the tennis coach and the parent of 2 cute little girls and a husband. But we just want to recognize Sergeant Beasley for obtaining that certification.
You should probably bring them in the picture.
I'm sorry.
Mr. Beasley, I remember when mine were that age. Don't miss a moment.
Then they talk back.
I think mine may have been talking back at that age.
Yeah, mine definitely were.
I cleared the crowd out, didn't I?
Just not calling the garage yet.
Good way to start the day, though.
Yeah.
Next, we're on to public comments, and no one has signed up for public comments this evening, so we will have no public comments. Next, consent items. Has everyone had the opportunity to review, and does anyone have any questions or comments on the consent items? Do I hear a motion?
Mr. President, I move that we approve the consent agenda as presented.
Thank you, Mrs. Counts. Do I have a second?
Second?
Thank you, Mr. Russell. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Consent items passed. Next, we're on to the budget hearing, and I'll turn the microphone over to Dr. Jason Taylor, who will provide you additional.
Open it up.
I'm sorry.
Okay. We made just a couple of tweaks to that item.
Do I need to open it up?
Yeah.
Okay. Tonight's been appropriately advertised.
Oh, we don't have
You
to do
have
that?
hearing language, that's what we changed. I just want to make sure you get the motion
Oh.
updated,
Yep.
as long as somebody has the right motion. Perfect.
Okay, so I will turn her over to Dr. Taylor.
Yep, so, we did hold a budget hearing on, September 18th, 2025. We had copied that over to this month and wanted to correct that, so, this evening, we're actually presenting the board with, 5 resolutions. These are consistent with the resolutions we've done every year, prior. They encompass the 2026 Capital Projects Fund, the 2026 Bus Replacement Plan, Capital Projects Fund Plan and Bus Replacement Plan, appropriations for tax rates, blanket appropriations modifications that allows us to make those end-of-the-year transfers, and then the resolution to transfer money from the Education Fund to the Operations Fund. No changes have been made to the budget since it was presented at the budget hearing, and we're recommending that the budget be presented as shared at the hearing on September the 18th. And that's all.
That'd be approved, right?
Yes, so then there's a motion with 5 resolutions.
Thank you, Dr. Taylor. Does anyone have any questions or comments as it relates to the budget? Hearing no questions, it's a long motion, but do I hear a motion?
I don't have it.
I have it.
Sounds like Mrs. Dunnigan-Smith needs to take this
It's
one.
like it's going to be me. Mr. President, I move that we approve the 2026 budgets for all funds as presented, along with the following resolutions. Resolution to adopt the 2026 Capital Projects Fund Plan. Resolution to adopt the 2026 Bus Replacement Plan. Resolution for appropriations and tax rates. Resolution for blanket appropriation modification. And resolution to transfer amounts from Education Fund to the Operations Fund.
Thank you, Mrs. Dunnigan-Smith. Do I hear a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Mrs. Counts. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Next, we're on to an action item.
And it is a public hearing.
This is the hearing.
This evening's board meeting's been appropriately advertised as a hearing on additional appropriations. I now open this public hearing. I'd like to call Dr. Jason Taylor to provide information about additional appropriations. He'll make a brief presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Daniels. After approving the budget, we do ask for additional appropriations to be approved. That's the mechanism in which we get to allocate and spend the money. It will actually help, as Leslie's got it up for us, great. I'll share the memo that we've done typically in prior years. Some of this includes additional appropriations for the current year. And the reason for that is that we do receive new funding, both in the Education Fund and some in the Operations Fund. And this is for the last 6 months of 2025. And so we're asking for an additional appropriations in the Operations Fund for $1 million. This will cover the additional personnel costs for the last 6 months of 2025. It'll also cover the cost of property casualty insurance and additional maintenance, repair, and equipment purchases. In the Ed Fund, it's a total of $3 million. $1 million of that will be for curriculum materials, and $2 million would be for those other personnel costs in the last 6 months, including some new staff that were hired during this school year, which was an increase of 7 teaching positions and 1 instructional assistant. We also have 2 construction funds that we'd like to ask for appropriations in this year. The first one is $2.7 million, and this is for the Middle School Central project. The reason for this is that we've estimated additional interest that will be earned in that project, and in order to spend that additional interest, we need to appropriate it. We're estimating currently that amount not to exceed $2.7 million. It's a longer project, and so we'll actually accumulate that interest. It will be spent on the scope of the project that was presented upon acceptance of bids in that project. And then the final one is because we packaged the Middle School Central and the GO bonds together, our reoccurring projects, we're actually going to ask for $5.3 million for the GO bond work that we've done typically. That originally was forecasted to be $8 million. However, we can't exceed a total of $25 million on both those projects because of how we packaged them. We will move some of that work into future projects. We won't go without on that, but because of that interest earnings, we actually have to make this adjustment for 2025 to carry these 2 projects forward. And that's just kind of a summary of the additional appropriations we're asking for this evening.
Thank you, Dr. Taylor. This is the appropriate time for anyone from the public to comment. If anybody from the public would like to comment, please come up. Seeing no one, I now close this public hearing. Are there any board members who have any comments or questions related to the request for additional appropriations? Hearing no questions or comments, Dr. Taylor, is this something we're able to vote on tonight, or does it need to? Okay, do I hear a motion?
Mr. President, I move that we approve the additional appropriations in the Education Fund, Operations Fund, and I'm so sorry, it just left my screen.
Debt service.
In the Debt Service Fund. And high school and Center Grove Education, or Center Grove Elementary Construction
It'll
Fund.
be just the construction fund.
Just the construction fund.
Okay.
Sorry, my screen deleted as soon as I started.
Thank you, Mrs. Counts. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mrs. Dunnigan Smith. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. I'll turn it back over to Dr. Taylor, this time for district-wide long-term capital maintenance and equipping project.
So while we included the appropriations with the prior action item, just for some speed and efficiency this evening, this is actually the approval to issue bonds for the reoccurring projects that we do. This is the district-wide long-term capital projects and maintenance and equipping project. Allows us to sustain our technology plan, our CPF plan, our bus replacement plan, and those types of items that we normally would purchase out of operations, but we do supplement with the debt service fund. And so we're asking this evening for the motion to approve that lease, issue the bonds, and the resolution approving the additional appropriations for this. That's all embodied in this long document that Ms. Leslie has up for us.
Thank you, Dr. Taylor. Do I hear any questions or comments from any board members? Do I hear a motion?
I move to approve the resolution confirming lease, approving issuance of the bonds, and resolution approving additional appropriation for the 25-26 district-wide long-term capital maintenance and equipping project.
Thank you, Mrs. Dunnigan Smith. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Russell. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Opposed? The ayes have it. Dr. Taylor's on a roll.
This is the last one. This will be a hearing again.
I'll turn it over to Dr. Taylor for another presentation.
This public hearing has been appropriately advertised. This is actually looking ahead to the future, so the board in June and again in July did approve a long-term 2026 through 2028 capital maintenance and equipping project. We're bringing that back now to kind of start that process. This one is a building lease, and so there are 3 or 4 different actions and motions the board has to approve throughout this process, and this is the one that kind of kicks that off. And so what we have in front of you is an amendment to the 10th Amendment to the lease and lease agreement, and a resolution as well approving that 10th Amendment. The corporation the building corporation met at 6 o'clock this evening to take their appropriate actions on this, to amend that lease, and now the board here approves their work and then also approves us to start on this project. All of these items will come back to the board down the road for bid approval, and also for appropriations, but this kind of starts the process and lets us update the lease documents. So that's what we're asking for the board to approve this evening.
Thank you, Dr. Taylor. Do I have any questions or comments from any board members? Actually, let me back up a moment. This is a public hearing. I apologize. Is there anybody from the public who would like to comment on Dr. Taylor's presentation? Hearing no one from the public step forward, I now close the public hearing. Now, are there any board members who have any comments or questions? Hearing none, do I have a motion?
Mr. President, I motion to approve the resolution confirming lease, approving issuance of bonds, and resolution approving additional appropriations for the 2026 through 28 district-wide long-term capital maintenance and equipping project.
Thank you, Mrs. Counts. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mrs. Dunnigan Smith. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. It's Dr. Long's turn. Sorry,
Let
Dr. Taylor.
do mine. He's on
He's on a
He's
roll.
on a roll. I hate to break his flow there, so.
I'll turn it over to Dr. Taylor to discuss proposed policy revisions. And I know it is. I just said the wrong name on purpose, just to see if you.
Yeah, he was like, no, I'm not doing it.
I'll turn it over to Dr. Long. This is a second reading, so you'll be
It
asking
is.
for a vote tonight,
Right.
correct?
We are asking the board to approve a second reading of an existing policy. It's, the existing policy is 9160, and there's just 2 minor changes to it. The first part is that it changes the wording to say the board is aware of the increasing desire of many parents and other members of an audience to make audio and/or video recordings of school events. And this is the change to that. The corporation is the sole and exclusive owner of certain proprietary and other rights and interest in and to the marketing and broadcasting of school events. And the second minor change to this is that recordings can be made by parents or other members of the audience for personal use without restrictions. However, the audience shall be advised before the event begins that audio and/or video recordings that will be rebroadcast or distributed in any way, such as posting on the internet, are prohibited. Those are the two changes that we're recommending the board accept to the existing policy 9160.
Thank you, Dr. Long. Do I hear any questions or comments from the board? Hearing none, do I hear a motion? And this is the second reading, so there will be a motion taken tonight. Do I hear a motion?
Yep.
So moved.
Would anyone like to move to approve the
approve.
policy revisions?
Mr. President, I move, thank you. I'm just brain dead
I
because
gave
it's
you
not
the
on
word.
here. I know, I'm brain dead. It's fall break, I'm gonna blame it on that. To approve the second reading of the proposed policy revision.
Do I hear a second to approve the policy revisions?
Second.
Thank you, Mrs. Counts. Thank you, Mr. Russell. All
Yes.
those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. We've been together since 2 o'clock today, so we're getting a little punchy. That is all except for announcements. I'll start with the next executive session will be at 6 o'clock, the Superintendent's Conference Center on November 20, 2025. The next regular board meeting will be 7 p.m. Right here in the boardroom on November 20, immediately following the executive session. Dr. Russell, do you have any additional comments this evening?
Well, first of all, thank you.
Mr. Russell,
I didn't even have to go to 3 years of college for that.
more than 3.
It was a short one. Nothing, I'll be attending the Governor's Work Ethic Certificate Advisory Council meeting through Central 9 on Wednesday morning.
Thank you, Mr. Russell. Mrs. Duncan-Smith, any announcements?
Not for me, no.
Mrs. Counts? Dr. Taylor? Dr. Simmers? Dr. Long? And I have none this evening. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank you, Mrs. Counts. Second, Mr. Russell. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? We're adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.